iPhone usability for older users. I woke up one morning to the realization I am now an old person. I am right at retirement age here in the US, and I have bifocal glasses, aches and pains, and everything. My fellow old coots come in a multitude of flavors, from aging but still ripped surfer dudes to frail old ladies that can barely use a can opener anymore. Similarly, the acceptance of using current technology is just as varied among older people. So have some tact when approaching mom or dad or grandma or grandpa with your offers of help. I was an Android user for years, but started using an iPhone in the last 18 to 24 months, and so this video will concentrate on those. We'll assume a typical older adult with perhaps failing eyesight and some discomfort with using smartphones and other tech. Take it from me, it's harder to see small things and sometimes contrast is an issue. Some people also start to get trembling hands as they age, making it hard to select tiny buttons on a shiny glass screen. Right off the bat, there are a few things that can be done with the iPhone display. The brightness can be adjusted. Also, some may find the dark themes more easy on the eye. I tend to use a dark theme myself. These suggestions are for iOS 16.3.1, and some versions may be slightly different. The main thing that will probably be most helpful is to use the display zoom, which simply makes everything a bit larger. This can be accessed from Settings, then Display and Brightness, then scroll down to Display Zoom. The choices are normal and larger text. This may be all most people need, but you can also try the bold text feature and possibly increase the text size as well while you're in the display and brightness menu. In a similar vein, some users may be more comfortable using a less cluttered screen. While iPhone does not allow customized launchers like Android does, you can press and hold the unwanted icons and just remove them from the home screen, rather than uninstall the app itself. This may be a great help for older users. It's much easier to pick from half a dozen important icons than from 2 or 3 screens full of icons. For easier access to making phone calls, you can set up favorites in the Phone app. Go to Phone, select Favorites on the bottom bar, tap the plus icon in the top left of the screen to display the contacts list. Select a contact to add to the favorite list. Lastly, choose your preferred method, audio call, video call, etc. Just repeat for the additional contacts you wish to add. Don't put too many in there, just the important ones. For incoming calls, you can increase ringer volume to help avoid missing important calls. This may sound obvious, but if you're a bit shaky with technology, you may not be aware of this feature. So go to Settings, then Sounds and Haptics. Adjust the ringer and alerts slider to the desired volume. You might want to disable the Change with Buttons feature to disallow the volume buttons on the side from controlling the volume of calls and notifications and media sounds. I would discuss this with the iPhone user though, just as a courtesy. Siri assisted calling, or voice dial, can also be a helpful feature if hands are shaky or someone is flustered. To enable this feature, go to Settings again. Depending on the iPhone version, tap Face ID and Passcode or Touch ID and Passcode. Enter the current password to proceed, then activate voice dial. SOS calling is probably something you should go over with an older user too. See the link below for that process. It also describes how to add emergency contacts via the Health app. Lastly, if the iPhone model supports it, a wireless charging pad or stand makes a lot of sense. Instead of fiddling with tiny cables, the user can just put the iPhone on the pad at night and make sure it keeps charged. It's an easy routine for most to remember, particularly if the charger is on the nightstand or similarly close by the bed. Most models from the iPhone 8 onwards, including the 2020 iPhone SE, support wireless charging. And third-party wireless charging devices can be had for under $20 in the US. I hope this video has been helpful for you and the older person in your life. And thank you for watching.